Now setting up on the right side. Ulti in hand one more time. Kind of get a jump scared a little bit by the Star-Lord. As I say it though, getting the Uno reverse card. Almost taking him down. Getting healed up a little bit, but not enough. My goodness, my man is flicking and players are dying. Taking down the Star-Lord and the Invis just like that, but we're not done. Bro can't even see what's going on right now. Somehow still alive. Phenomenal heals coming up from the Invis on our team. So here we got Machina, an ex-Eternity player on the Psylocke. We know and love him. Let's see what happens here. Jumping in on Yggdrasil path, starting off on offense. We also have a Bucky on the team as well too. So hopefully we're gonna have these guys running through the streets together. Of course, Bucky not the most mobile character in the world, but Machina on the Psylocke absolutely gonna be able to clean up those kills when it is necessary. The Star-Lord out to our right as well too, up on height, playing that power position, but we are gonna ignore him for a little bit here, pushing up aggressively here. Let's see what happens. Groot's gonna be going down aggressively, or quite quickly rather. Playing this right shoulder peek a little bit. Also Bucky getting grabbed, jumping over the entire cavalry right there for a second, trying to push up and save our Bucky. Now rolling with the squad, already having his ult immediately. I was talking about the Bucky for a second, but my man already popped his ult. Unfortunately got popped himself, going down to the hands of the Star-Lord. And now Machina finding himself in a small dark room, getting saved a little bit by the Invis woman, now trying to jump onto the enemy Star-Lord a little bit more, getting caught. But now the offense actually strolling into point number 2 here at this point, rather relatively quickly as well. So now just trying to push everybody back towards the point 3 gates, actually taking a ton of space right here. Machina with his ulti in hand as well. We hear the dagger popping on the other side. There goes the Bucky as well too. Kind of scary spot to be in with the Invis ult keeping us alive. Unfortunately here, a double pop. You hate to see that. Also Jeff going crazy right underneath the Invis ulti right there. I was gonna say, unfortunately, Rocket and Invis popped at the exact same time. Able to save our team from the Jeff ulti though right there. Machina getting walled off, scary spot to be in. Unfortunately going to go down right there and gonna have to reset. Now here, Machina pushing out one more time, waiting for the rest of his team a little bit. Unfortunately, the defense does have control of the cart, so we have to try and fight and make space one more time to try and get back there. Sitting 40 to the ulti, pushing all the way up onto the Bucky, getting in behind him, trying to get that assassination, and with the help of the group, we are gonna get that takedown. Might get brainwashed here. Thankfully for us though, able to get around the corner. Let's see what happens as far as trying to get a little bit more space. A couple players falling down on both sides. The BRB is popping as well, getting our Emma back into the fight as well too. Trying to push up aggressively here, all the way up onto the dagger. Let's see what happens. Actually backing up here for a second. Thought about it, but now getting Groot ulti on quite literally everybody. But now the enemy dagger popping off one more time. Sitting at 99. We have that golden pop right here. Machina now with his ulti in hand. Standing up on the Groot wall for a second, kind of diabolical with it. Gonna say, not sure if Machina or Rodney Mullen. I said what I said. Popping the ult, 24 health, scary spot to be in here. Trying to get a kill if possible, somehow able to get the Jeff off the shoulder of the Groot. Hey, we take those all day. In the Invis ulti one more time, staying alive here, dropping down the Bucky, and I think it was also the Emma as well. Trying to take back what is rightfully his, which is all this space on point number 2. So here, just playing the small tunnel choke against the Star-Lord. Gonna get pushed back a little bit by the Invis on the other side. Just trying our best to let the progress roll on the point. Notice too, Machina playing very, very aggressively up here as far as trying to hold the choke. He's not pushing through it into no man's land or uncharted terrain on the other side, but rather just trying to play the hard cover. Also, they're getting walled off by the group for a second, but not trying to push all the way up until now, actually slipping away from the Bucky ult, trying to keep himself as safe as possible while also relinquishing as little space as possible. Nice little pick right there on the dagger as well too. Bucky's about to go down as well. Got one more player here. I think Emma on the point. She's also going to fall, and just like that, moving. But here also having the strange portal. Let's see where we're going here. Trying to go for a little bit of a detour, kind of getting into a sneaky spot. Machina just now being rude to the other team, saying, I don't even have to play on the point. I'm just gonna pepper you guys from the side for a little bit, steal some ult charge, and I'll come back when I feel like it. Now having his ulti online, it will take down the Strange. Everybody going down, just chilling for a second. Now, one more time, Emma, tired of going down, but one more time on the point, going down again. Now pushing into point number 3. So here, now pushing up into point number 3, convincingly might I add. Had a little bit of trouble missing out on or losing one fight on point number 2, but now setting up on the right side. Ulti in hand one more time, kind of get a jump scared a little bit by the Star-Lord. As I say it though, getting the Uno reverse card, almost taking him down, getting healed up a little bit, but not enough. My goodness, my man is flicking and players are dying. Taking down the Star-Lord and the Invis just like that, but we're not done. Bro can't even see what's going on right now. Somehow still alive. Phenomenal heals coming up from the Invis on our team. Pushing up onto the dagger, slam jam with you one more time. You see the backflip into the spawn room by the Star-Lord saying, bro, we're not interested. Not today, buddy. All of a sudden, looking very reminiscent of when we were on point 2 going to 3, standing close to the tunnel there, just playing that power position close to the right shoulder peak, just trying to hold the entire team back. But all of a sudden, enemy team popping those ults saying, we want to play the game too, standing on the absolute edge of the Invis ulti, staying alive, toying with the Star-Lord. Now, as his ult subsides, having a chance to try and get some more kills, actually stealing one right there. Emma going down with dagger ulti on the point. Unfortunately, she was not standing in it, so she's gonna fall. Machina now wrapping back around onto height. Got a good handful of healers up on height. Gonna have to grab the health pack. Let's see what the option is. Scary spot to be in, but he's not backing up all the way right there, not trying to escape the pressure, getting a little bit overwhelmed by, I think, 3 players. The Psylocke, the Star-Lord, and 2 healers up on height, now backing up here. Losing a couple players as well. So unfortunately, good handful of players going down. We're still trying to steal as much damage as we possibly can. We do have the ulti in hand already, so we don't have to get too crazy. We should be waiting for the team. Spider-Man punching the air quite literally in a small dark room. Let's see what happens here. Going for the full combo into the ulti. Let's see if we can get one. We're trying our best. We're gonna get the help of Spidey also popping the ult as well too to get a solid 3-piece, make it a 4-piece now on the Star-Lord going down, make it a 5-piece. All of a sudden we have the Psylocke running for her life, getting the health pack, but now the Shoryuken coming up from Spider-Man, fighting the clones, fighting the demons, and just like that, in the background, having the cart go all the way for the 3 points. But now let's see what happens here on defense. Now, here we are on defense. We got the entire squad up on height here, also being accompanied by a Hawkeye as well on defense. Very, very difficult map to fight against Hawkeye here. A lot of power positions all the way the length of the entire map, but who's worried about Hawkeye when you got shots like that? Machina already bringing the thunder to the offense immediately. Pushing up onto the enemy Psylocke, taking down the Punisher a few moments ago. Just trying to make a statement here. Enemy dagger also in shambles, brother. I've been saying it a lot, but as I say, when a player's in shambles, you best believe like that. Oh my God. The enemy Psylocke just got quite literally decapitated, clothesline, whatever you want to call it, by the shift of the Hawkeye and blasted by a Machina at the exact same time right there. Now playing this right side one more time. Also having Star-Lord up on top. Not really getting a lot of kills, but I will say this character does have the ability to steal that ult charge with his E when he's popping and locking and quite literally breakdancing all over your team. So now I have to be worried a little bit about the Star-Lord once he makes his way back. Doesn't have his ulti quite yet, but he's going to be having it very soon here. Here goes the ulti as I say it right here. Machina trying to get 1. He is going to get 1. He's going to get 2 as well. Star-Lord making his way back into the fight, also trying to spot check us with the E. Super scary spot to be in, unfortunately. Machina is going to go down, and now going to have to reset, pushing back out to point number 1. It looks like they are going to have to give this one up unless they try and make a final push for it. As I say, a crazy bubble onto the Punisher as well, too, and also Star-Lord popping and locking. Not a whole lot we can do. Magneto is angry. All of a sudden, see, you're just going to say, you know what, we're going to back up here. I got nothing for you. Machina says, I know it's my time to go when I hear all those voice lines, and everybody is dropping like flies. So because of that, we're going to be backing up all the way here, literally all the way. Going for a little extra jog, as I say it, but now in a small dark room against the Star-Lord one more time, just trying to scare him off of height and not let them bully us. We want to try to, of course, play with our team, but if we have somebody overextending, we can try to steal a kill if they get a little bit too cheeky. And the Star-Lord's trying to push the boundaries here quite a bit. Machina one more time up on height, forcing down the Star-Lord one more time, but he says not today. Still playing up here. He is not interested in leaving, actually trying to bring the fight to Machina and the rest of the team. Playing on the left side, stealing that ult charge as well too, just trying to pull the attention. Taking a wild 1v1. We really don't want to do this, unfortunately. Losing a lot of players on the team right there. Both sides absolutely exploding right now. Machina now kind of by himself. Although the Star-Lord didn't really do a whole lot as far as contribute to that fight, it was the attention that was pulled, stopping Machina from contributing and helping his team stay up all of a sudden by himself, kind of in a scary spot here. Now, pushing up one more time, Bob. Here we are, one more time, thwarting the plan that we had on our hands. We were trying to push down and get something going, but one more time, my goodness, unfortunately getting slammed right there, or jump scared rather, by the enemy Psy and Star-Lord duo. And they are still not giving up. Relentless with the pressure is the Star-Lord, just being so annoying for Machina. My goodness, also having many ults popping off. The 2-piece from the enemy mag is gonna be a problem, guys. We got fireworks in the worst of ways on the kill feed right now. Everybody going down. Machina by himself, quite literally in the small dark room, potentially gonna go for a teleport here. Let's see what happens. They're gonna be giving this one up. Is he gonna push out? This is the spot. I don't know if we want to do this. He's going to lose his chance in about 1 second. I was going to say, okay, going to go for the teleport, reset with the team. My man was actually about to be in shambles because the whole squad on the other side was pushing up aggressively, and he would have been trapped there and gone down just like our Punisher actually did. It's now taking a, unfortunately, I was going to say 5v5, but now 6v5. As one more time, now losing a lot of players. The Star-Lord on the other side was at first annoying, but now he's trying to bring the heat to the defense. Trying to go for a last stand ulti here to try and use the iframes to stay alive. Also try and save the most of the team from the Punisher ult as well, too. Trying to put the damage onto the Star-Lord one more time. My man has been a menace on the other side. Just like I mentioned, pulling the attention, so annoying. He will not die. He's getting his ulti and also just pulling that aggro from Machina, which is slowing him down from getting his own ult. Pushing up aggressively here, looking for the assassination. Not quite gonna get it on the Punisher, able to put one toe into that dagger dome and stay alive right there. Now, backing up even more so. Unfortunately, also losing our Adam, or it was a Punisher, now switching into Adam Warlock. Be backing up all the way, getting healed up a little bit, but the cavalry is rolling right now on the offense. Once again, we have Star-Lord up on height. You think I'm a broken record at this point. Thankfully, we got the soul bond here, so we have a chance to try and fight aggressively, trying to impose our own will, but they're not making it easy for us. One more time, the mag is popping, trying to take down our invis. I don't think he's going to be able to, though. Right here, having a chance to try and fight, literally standing in fire right now. Unfortunately, Machina is going to go down one more time. And now, in the final moments here, right on death's door, quite literally, if we can't make this stand, we're going to be going to overtime, but it's looking very convincing for the offense. Having a chance right there, down to 15 health for a second, popping the ulti and getting healed up a little bit, able to get another kill, but now Star-Lord one more time, popping and locking. Of course, also Punisher going crazy. Let's see if we can get the dagger. We can, but not until, actually, unfortunately, losing our life right after, rather, and still at this point, the offense looking rather good, trying to get these 3 points on the board. And as we're resetting right here, unfortunately, it looks like the offense is going to get that final point that they need to force an overtime situation. So now we find ourselves in a scary spot. Let's see what happens. Now, here we are on offense in overtime. Let's see the strat. Now we drop the Punisher. We're going to keep the Adam Warlock, also having the Iron Fist as well, too, on the squad, running a solo tank. Kind of a scary spot to be in here. Not a ton of healing. We have the invis, but also the Adam Warlock can be good against dive. But as you notice, they're not really diving. They have this aggressive poke hybrid that they're doing with the Star-Lord and the Psylocke. One of my favorite styles to play, really, because they're such a versatile duo that you can play with. But the Adam Warlock gonna have to try and put on an absolute show here to show that he is worthy, the Golden King, being worthy of being on the squad right now. We're not running any, actually I think we have one play with the Star-Lord for the res comp. That's about it. Although it has been nerfed. So let's see what happens. Just trying to push the enemy Psylocke off right there. So we are marching a little bit here. Also notice too, we only had a minute to play with. The opposition actually had a better push. So when they are on overtime, they have more time to try and get a little bit further and try to solidify the game. So right here, we got to be playing very, very precisely, safely, but still aggressively. We got to try to impose our will, but we cannot get reckless and drop the game because we're trying to overextend for something that we do not have to do. Right there, sitting at 51 health for a second. Popping the ulti, trying to get one. We're gonna get the Star-Lord, looking for anybody else, but the dagger ult is gonna pop and keep everybody alive right there as well. The soul bond allowing us to try and get out of that extreme dive and also off of the fire that is the dagger ulti. Invis ulti popping, going crazy. Punisher basically in God mode. For a second he was, but just like that, going to go down. Scary spot to be in here. So we have the Psylocke going up to the top window saying not today, or maybe it is today. My goodness, they changed their mind real quick and said, wait a second, we're in overtime, let me get this kill real quick. Unfortunately, Machina going down to the hands of the enemy side. You have to reset here in overtime. But I don't think, no, he's not gonna have time, only having 1 second to try and make it out there. So that's gonna be the end of the push. Can they hold it down here on defense? There is not going to be a draw situation here, so whatever happens, happens. So it all comes down to this. Absolute overtime, true overtime. If you win the game with the stop, it's a great day. But you have to hold them off for a whole minute and 35 seconds here. Machina already pushing up aggressively, just trying to get an initial pick, but then scampering away quickly to try and stay alive. Able to get one pick right there is our Star-Lord, so you'll love to see that. Every pick we can get is going to be gold in the pocket. The BRB from Rocket, though, bringing back the Star-Lord immediately, so still trying to fight aggressive, losing both healers as well. We already are missing 2 healers within 15 seconds, 20 seconds of this overtime. So extremely dangerous spot to be in, though. Thankfully for us, our Mag kind of going crazy, taking down the enemy Psylocke as he's trying to push up on the rest of our back line. Machina now playing back with the team. Trying our best to push up here onto the Punisher. Let's see if we can get the combo. We're not going to go for the dash through, but we don't even need to. The Mag able to keep or take out the Punisher on the other side. Entire squad pushing up. Groot getting a crazy ulti. Not being able to get the kill. My goodness, my man was down to like 3 HP, 7 HP there for a second, but the soul bond coming in, the healing actually popping off a little bit. My bro was on the brink of death, but now still staying alive, quite literally trying to back away from standing in fire. We have Dagger popping ulti on the other side. We have the enemy Psylocke hiding in a small dark room. Just trying to run back to safety. Mag pushing way up. Here goes the ulti that was perfectly timed with the Dagger ult subsiding, able to take down the Dagger and the Star-Lord, but here comes the Punisher one more time. Trying to get a 1v1 right here. Also, thankfully for us too, our Mag able to take down the Punisher out of the ulti just like that. See if we can take down the cloak. We're not going to be able to. Machina now wrapping back around to his team, playing up on height. He needs a little bit of healing, but now able to get one more kill on the Dagger. Also in extreme overtime. This could be it right here, pushing the last player off the point, but Strange Portal is popping and the team is still dropping right back onto the cart because they're not quite giving up. But as I say it, just like that, no one's gonna be able to push through, and it is gonna be a dub for Machina and the boys in a 4-3 fashion. And guys, in a very hard fought overtime situation, Machina is gonna be the MVP of the game, with 48 kills, 6 deaths, a 4-piece, and 27 final hits.